Approaching a room, Claire noticed it had a number next to the door. Like all the other rooms they had passed, it was evident that these would be assigned to adventurers wishing for their own workshop. Compared to the residential area, the screens were playing people who were manufacturing items. But instead of being live, each of the displays was like promotions for creating items. The reason I like to work on equipment to be sold is that it gives me the ability to support those working hard to get stronger. My hammer allows me to generate guild points while helping to reach the goal of reclaiming the earth. A man with a long, thick beard lifted a hammer in the air. Remember to ask Darlena to help you set up a free workstation, so you can begin crafting weapons and armors. Mention my stream to help support what I'm trying to build. Having heard similar promotions as they went towards their workstation, Claire pointed at the screen. Noticing Claire indicating the promotion, Darlena smiled. Though the simulation creates items for adventurers to take out and use, we still need plenty of adventurers to forge items to be used by those training in the simulations. That's why we made it so each of the people making items could promote their stream. Each time someone mentions a particular person, Star Moon gives that streamer guild points as a reward. It's like watching commercials on TV, Hannah mentioned as she watched the repeating ad. Nodding, Darlena said, "That's a good comparison." Pointing at the door they approached, the robot said, "This is your room." As the door slid open, Darlena indicated for them to enter. What surprised Claire was a lack of equipment. Instead of seeing a forge, hammers, and other items she'd seen in the streams, there was an empty room with only a portal. As you've noticed, there isn't any equipment or materials inside the room. Darlena addressed their confusion. "Why not?" Hannah asked, tilting her head as she tried to understand the logic. A question first. Are the two of you aiming beyond the free version? Darlena asked the two of them. Claire blinked at the question, looking to her friend. Hannah also looked at Claire. The fact that the two of you are aiming for more difficult items, chances are that you'll outgrow the free version, which is only useful for creating basic items. Many of the screens in the main hallway, the adventurers are using higher tiered workshops. Darlena paused for a moment before continuing. It would be pretty inconvenient for you to have to move to a new location when your skills develop. Even more to bring in new equipment and transfer materials. Slowly, Claire was able to understand what Darlena was telling them. So, the portal will lead to a workshop, and when we need to upgrade to the next tier, you'll just switch out where the portal's endpoint is? Exactly, Darlena nodded. By just adjusting where the portal leads to, you can access the needed workshop with little work on our end. And when you order material, you'll be able to easily acquire them without your workflow being interrupted. It's just like the simulations, Hannah nodded when she understood what was happening. Just like when you're diving into the simulation to take on jobs, Darlena smiled happily that the two of them grasped the concept. Would you like to check out your workshop now? It waved to the portal. Claire felt excited as she headed to the portal. Just like when entering the simulation, there was a slight sensation. She soon found herself inside of a workshop that was twice the size as the room she was staying inside. There was a large forge with various chains hanging from the top of it. Multiple barrels were close to the forge, looking to be filled with some type of liquid. Close by was a large anvil. Along the walls were containers, likely where various metals would be stored. There were also long tables made out of dense-looking wood. What do you think? Darlena asked the two girls.